And as far as the Prime Minister goes, this isn't going to make Keir Starmer any more popular. We're learning now that as Britons were suffering under some of the toughest lockdowns anywhere in the world, some of your lockdown rules were just so oppressive. When that was happening, where people were kept from seeing family members, kept from attending funerals, Keir Starmer had meetings with a voice coach who was travelling between lockdown tiers to meet with him. Explain this to me, because Keir Starmer backed these lockdown rules there. He wanted them to be tougher, but he lived by different standards himself.
Well, absolutely. I mean, you've perfectly highlighted it. The rank hypocrisy of the man who had a demand after demand for Boris Johnson to resign over the damning affair around a piece of birthday cake in number 10 Downing Street, which, let's not forget, when he was Prime Minister, that was Boris Johnson's office. Yet, Sir Keir Starmer, little did we all know as a nation, and he sat there on his moral high horse. You know, he must have, I thought he was sat on the fence all this time, but he was clearly busy doing other things. I mean, the idea that a vocal coach is an essential worker, it's for the birds. This is the same government that put forward plans saying that Boris Johnson and the Conservatives were cronies who actually were there to feather their own nest. Well, this is a man, Keir Starmer, he couldn't even bring himself to say, free the hostages. And he's had a vocal coach. He actually ended up, Rita, saying, free the sausages. I kid you not. So this was a complete waste of money. It's a deceit on the British public. And once again, we're seeing that actually they might preach a good game, but in practice, they're just the same as the Conservative Party in almost every respect imaginable. And we, as a nation, have had enough.
And that explains why Reform is now sitting pretty ahead of Labor in a major national poll and ahead of the Tories in every poll in the country. Darren Grimes, thank you so much for your time this evening.